Alright guys and girls, welcome to another episode of Astral Auto Repairs. Can you dig it? Alright, check it out. Here we go, part 9 of this 1997 Buick LeSabre 350 engine. We're doing the gaskets on it. Ran into some issues, now we did the crank, new oil pump, new screen. And last episode we removed the freeze out plugs and we installed the oil pump and the screen. This episode we're gonna blow out the block, because remember last episode there was a lot of junk inside, and we're gonna try to get this thing get a lot more stuff done today. Alright, that's what we're gonna be doing right here on Astral Auto Repairs. This channel is a member of the Astral Stars, which means we have a zero-tolerance policy against the harassment of others. Anybody who violates that policy will be banned. For further information, please visit www.theastralstars.com. Alright guys, you're looking at the side of the engine, and what I'm going to do is grab my air, throw some air, and what I'm going to do is clean this engine out. There was a lot of rust in this thing. Alright, let's clean that up and we'll be right back. Alright, we got that done. That's looking great. I definitely want to blow that out of there because I don't want nothing getting into that cooling system. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take me some steel wool, and this is where the freeze out plug set into. I'm just going in and I just want to clean that area up around each one, because I want to make sure these things do not leak in any kind of shape, form, or fashion. Alright, let's get all 6 of them done and we'll be right back. Alright, we got all 6 of them. The next thing I want to do is I want to blow through again. We got a lot of metal shavings around here. So let's blow this out. And I go through the front where the water pump sets at. And that blows all throughout through there. Alright. Look how nice and clean and good. Alright. When we finish put this all engine together, we're going to take and pressure wash it again. So look at this ain't all that good. And that paint will not stick to that. So we got to pressure wash this engine again. Alright, so let's get this done and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're ready to install our freeze plugs. Now also these are called expansion plugs. And I'm using the brass ones because I like these. They don't rust or nothing. And it don't matter because I'm in the south and we don't have to worry about rust. Alright, now how are we going to do this? This is what I like to do, guys. I got me a 26mm socket with a 4 1/4 inch half-inch drive extension. And that fits right in there just like that. Alright, now what I do, I mean, a lot of guys, they do not do this, and you don't have to do this, but I like doing this. Take me a little red silicone, and what I do is just put just a very thin bead around there. Very thin, just like that. Close it up. And let's get a little bit closer here. And what I do is take it, try to center it in there. Take my little brass hammer, pop it into place. Then I go around to make sure it's even on all sides, and I take my brass hammer, perfect. take me a rag and wipe it off. That is done. All right, let's do the other 5 and I'll be right back. All right guys, we got these 3 in, got this one in, and I just finished installing these last 2. Perfect. Perfecto. Yeah, boy. Alright, now, I can't put the oil pan on yet because the timing cover has a lip on it that the oil pan sets in the oil pan front seal. So what I gotta do now is put the chain and everything back on here. So what I'm gonna do now is flip the motor back right side up. Let me get my bar to turn it, or do I have it already? Go back in. These motors are heavy, man. These motors ain't no joke. Okay, locked into place. Look at that oil on that valve cover, man. I'm pretty sure. Okay, now that that's done, let's go over here and get ready to set back up our timing chain. Alright, right back. Alright guys, in the front of the engine, the first thing I want to do is take off this bolt. Now, what I want to do here is, you know, I should have turned this straight up. You know, let's turn that straight up so we can get that keyway in there. Oh, that turns nice and easy too. Alright, now let's take this off, and now I gotta go get my brass hammer to tap that keyway in place. Be right back. Alright, got a new keyway here. Well, the keyway from the other crank. And I want to set this in. I want to keep that, make sure that's lined up level with the crank. And it's gotta go straight in there. And the reason why I'm using a brass hammer, because a brass hammer will give more than that. I don't want to use something heavier and damage that keyway. Perfect. See if this thing fits on there good. You know what I think I want? I think I want some, get some lithium grease or something to put up here. That thing shouldn't be too tight going up here. But I did notice there's a little indentation right here on the crank, but that didn't look like it was coming out of there. Alright, so let me go get something to put up there. I'll be right back. Alright guys, got it. Also a good note, how do you know which way to put it on? You see that little timing mark right there, the little dot, little circle? That's got to be out towards you. I'm going to use WD-40 instead. I'm going to just... That lubed up. This is a tight fit. And all the way down till it stops. Let's see if I can move it. Yeah, there we go. Because I want that to come out a little bit. To line these marks up. Now I got my crank gear, my cam gear. And there's my little dot right there. And that's got to go at 12 o'clock as well. So I'm going to put this on. And try to turn it by hand. But put the bolt in it. And I'm not looking to tighten this up right now. Just want to be able to turn that cam till the mark is straight up. Okay. Our mark is right there. I want to go straight up at 12 o'clock. Actually, it's gonna be lined up right with this little thing right here. A little bit more right there. All right, now for our bottom one, let's zoom in a little bit here. For our bottom one, we got our mark right there. We'll put our bolt back into the crank so I can turn the crank till I mark, and we put a little indentation in the block before. We're going to turn that till it lines up to there. That's about correct. Now that I got that, now I need to take off this one now. And then we're gonna get our new chain. Be right back. Alright guys, what I did, I marked it right there so you can see it. I took the eccentric off for the fuel pump. Let me take my gear off. Get my new chain. And nope. I'm gonna turn that just a little. Man, that thing is tight to go on. I have more easier time taking this thing off and putting it on. Bum man. Oops, now off a little bit. Okay. Finally, there we go. Knock that on a little bit. And let's check our marks out. up, 12 o'clock. Go down. Lined up right at the 12 o'clock mark. That is great. Chain is tight on both sides. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do, take my fuel pump eccentric, put that on, and tighten that bolt up. That is done. Now let's take out that bolt, because I'm not going to, the crankshaft bolt, I'm not going to need it there no more. And let's get ready to put back on our timing cover. We'll be right back. Alright guys, now we're ready to put our timing cover on. And what I did, remember, I took our timing cover off and I left the water pump mounted up there, so I didn't have to change that gasket again. Everything's good. But I did have to get another timing cover gasket. So, let's prepare that. Now what I'm going to do, I got my timing cover gasket here. And what I'm going to do is put a little silicone on one side, and then I'm going to stick it right up onto the block. Alright, right back. I should be a painter instead of mechanic. I got this down to a science. Put a little bit more here. And doing this way, this makes it a lot easy to take this apart. As you can see, we had to do it the next time. Make sure to get around those pins. Alright, and definitely I want to go around the water ports. Make sure that's covered. Okay. 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 Now, I got a Velcro set. So now this gasket does only go in one way. If I try to put it with the designs on it coming out, it will not line up. I had to put it with the designs facing in. And everything will line up perfectly. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, put another bead on that, and then we're going to put our cover on. Be right back. Okay, got it on. Let's get our water pump up here, get our hose. Put on here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This thing came off of here. I'm gonna cut that hose. Dang it, I should have cut that hose from the start. Screwdriver, or something. Gotta get those dowel pins lined up. And, okay, they're lined up. We get some bolts in here before I move that gasket. Be getting another hose up here. Oh, that's right. I could have took this off. We didn't put the mounted on all the way. All right, now let's get bolts inside the bottom part. Alright, I'm going to tighten these bolts up and we'll be right back. Alright, got that done. That's hooked up. I took up the thermostat. I forgot we put the housing on, didn't put it in. I could have, well, this hose look dry rotted anyway. Could have changed this anyway. So you know what, while we got this up, let's clean this up. Get our new thermostat, get another piece of hose, and let's get that together. I wish I had a plug. I'd plug that thing up. I don't need that no more. Alright, be right back. Alright guys, we are ready to put that in. But check this out. I had to pull this cover back off real quick because I forgot the little splash guard that's inside there. And we mean what I'm talking about, right in there. That little splash guard right there. That stops the oil from coming out. And I forgot to put that on. So I had to pull that off and put that up there. Man, good thing I remembered that. Alright, let's go up here to our thermostat. I got my new hose. What I'm going to do is put a little lithium grease around here. And let's see, we got us a new thermostat. Matter of fact, let me go get the lithium grease and all, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, let's get this done. Let's see here. What I'm going to do here, you know what? Let's get a little lithium grease. Makes the hose a lot better to go on. And I'm going to get my little thermostat housing. Put some around there. Alright, got my new hose. Just put that on right there. Get a clamp, put down. Then get our other clamp. I'm using a 180 thermostat. Back then, these cars used 180 or 160. Set that right there. We're going to be using the black silicone. You want to make sure you do not get any kind of silicone inside there because it would stick that thermostat. Doesn't matter which way this gasket goes, does it? Nope. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to put a small thin bead around it. Set it down in place. Okay. Then I'm going to take a small thin bead and put it on thermostat housing. Somebody calling me at this time. How you get a phone? Yo, check this out, guys. Check this out. Check this out. You ever guys get a call like that? Scam likely. What the heck is scam likely? messing me up for some scam. All right, so let's put our hose into here and then slowly bring it down. And where's our bolts at? Make sure our bolt holes are lined up. Put them in by a couple threads. At the other side. Make sure my thermostat did not move. Okay. Okay. Push it down and then tighten this up. Alright, next thing I'm gonna do is tighten up these clamps. This came out pretty good. I like that. Good thing something happened to the hose, because that hose was dry rotted. So what I'm gonna do now is tighten up the clamps. Our distributor is set in. Our distributor is set at number 1 already for the cap, and we got it lined up exactly where it was before. I gotta turn it just a little bit. You see where the tab, that little indentation we made to line up with there, and we're going to be on 1 on the cap. Alright, and you know what guys, before we end this video, I'm going to put this cap back on here. I'm going to show you where all our old, where the parts is that we took off. Besides over here, you know, with the exhaust manifold and the stuff that we, on the outside of the engine. Let me show you where the other stuff is. Alright, be right back. Alright, got that clamped up and ready. Now, my plan, my goal today was, it was getting kind of late, to put this on, turn it over, put the oil pan on, and take this engine across the street to pressure wash the other pieces. And we're going to be eliminating the EGR valve here. So let's take a walk. That's another customer's car, Lexus. I was going to do a video on it, but he said, you know, it dies after a couple minutes. His battery's no good. So I'm going to do a video on a bad battery. Okay, a lot of you guys know what this house is. Remember, this is the one we have across the street that we are remodeling. People was a pain in the neck, man, dealing drugs and all that. So we bought the house, and we're just gonna fix it up, do something with it. I don't know. All right, so this is the room. This is supposed to be a bathroom, but it's my parts room now. But here we got all the parts. Here's the EGR valve that we're not gonna be putting on. Get out the sun. We're gonna be using this nice little chrome plate to go over it to bypass that. All right, drive shaft, distributor cap. We ain't worried about the wires. We got all that. I can't show you over this side. You're probably gonna back up the video, but you're gonna, because you will see the color we painted. Here's the oil pan, and we gotta clean this out before we put it on. A lot of mess inside there. But what I can show you, there's the carburetor. What the heck? What I can show you is this. This is the primer that I'm going to put on the engine before we paint it. And this one resists heat up to 2,000 degrees. Now the engine enamel, let me see if I can show you one of the colors, not without showing you. Okay, yeah, here we go. Engine enamel is 500 degrees. That's one of the colors we're going to be painting the engine. So I figure I'm going to put a base on it with that 1200. Make this thing last a lot longer. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, one more thing before we end the video. These are the plugs that came out of here. Some AC Delco R45 TS, I think, or something like that. 5/8 plugs. But if you do your research on this, do some search, look up plugs. The plugs that it's actually called for is AC Delco number 7s. And it's got a 15/16 head to it. And everybody wanted to tell me, that ain't gonna fit down there. No, it's made for it. This thing will fit right down in there with no problem at all. And these are platinum plugs that I got here, so I want to make sure these plugs last a very long time. And those are the original plugs. Those are the plugs. Those are OE plugs. Those are the plugs. These are supposed to be in here. AC Delco number 7 for the Oldsmobile engine. Now, granted, you probably can use these, but I'm not sure how it's gonna affect the way it runs or the timing, anything. So we're not gonna use those. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys and girls, there you have it. The end of part 9. Starting to come together. Hopefully, my goal by next episode is to get the oil paint on, get it pressure washed, and actually get the first layer of paint up there, the primer paint. And maybe one more coat. I don't know. But if you have any comments or questions, be sure to put them in the comment section below, or you can email me direct to tim@astralautorepairs.com. Guys, girls, hope you paid attention. If not, watch it again. Somebody's gonna kill me. This is Timmy from Astral Auto Repairs. If we can't repair it, nobody can. We'll see you next time.